Kris, if you're able to talk to other vets who haven't tried an ice bath while you're in the ice bath, what would you say?
Well, I'd say if you knew me, you knew I hate cold. And not a whitehead on my nose, that's frostbite. So it took Jess like 2 months to get me to actually do this. When I got in it, totally miserable. As a man, trying to muscle it out. Learned pretty quick you can't muscle it out. And so to actually do it for some time and not try to kill yourself, you gotta get your breathing down, which really helps me calm myself. And then I realized it helped me get centered, which I really liked. When I retired, I was on a lot of meds, a lot of combat, Iraq, Afghanistan, being a bomb tech. So I did a lot of things, and I hated the meds. I didn't want to be on the meds. And after a while, I realized this was doing more for me than any meds were. So I ended up getting completely off all my meds. And when I say I was on a lot of meds, I was probably on 15 to 20 different types of meds at the same time, super high doses. Same thing that everybody else is on, trazodone, promethazine, all that stuff that doesn't necessarily work well together. Might work for something, but not work together. Causes other problems. It's completely changed me. I was a total mess when I got out. I'm currently living my best life ever. I don't think I've ever been happier. Ever been more grateful or thankful. It's literally has made me a better person. And it's weird to say, and I know that's not for everybody and everything like that, but for the amount of dramatic change it did for me, I think it's worth a shot for people to try, to decide for themselves if they like it or not. It took me a couple times, maybe 3 or 4 times, before I could get to that mind frame, because it's pretty cold. Cold water can suck. But after a while, you realize, like, hey, how clear and centered you can get. And then when you get out, how you feel, it becomes worth it. Like, we're at 3:30 now. At 4, I'll put my hands in. My hands get really cold, so it's harder to do it and talk while I do it. I would recommend it to anyone. For me, it's dramatically changed my life. That's about the most I can really say. I mean, there's really not much more you can say to that, I would say.
There's one more thing, Kris. What did your doctor say when you told him you didn't want to take your meds anymore?
I told them, they were like, okay, well, what are you doing? Then they were worried about, hey, well, what is he doing to do this? And I started explaining that, hey, I'm doing these cold plunges, spending some time out in the sun, staying active. And they were like, okay. They couldn't really argue with me, to be honest. I was like, I'm done. I'm done walking around looking like a zombie, having no emotions, or just being emotional over nothing. I was like, just, it's not for me. And
did they want to taper you off, or did you tell them you're going cold turkey?
of course they wanted to taper me off, but I ended up going cold turkey. I know one way, the hard way, and I was like, well, it'll either kill me or it won't, so.
Any regrets?
No, I'd do it all over again.